just do it scared, do it afraid, and never let anybody place their fears or, you know what I'm saying, their just uncertainty onto you. Don't let their uncertainty become yours. Be certain of yourself. Do it scared, do it afraid, do it in the unknown. And I think Inky Johnson told me, like, he didn't tell me personally, but I was watching one of his videos and he said, no, it wasn't Inky Johnson. It was Anthony O'Neal. It was like fail at something. Like really just do something and fail, because with that fail, you're going to learn so much about yourself. And if you just constantly just stay in your comfort zone, you're never going to grow. Welcome to the first ever episode of Kickin' It with JB. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is James Butler. I go by JB. And I just want to give you a little bit about myself and what I really hope this podcast, this new endeavor to be. 2020, 2021 it's been a wild time. And, so just like, here's like a brief synopsis, like a brief summary about who I am for those of you who don't know me, or for those of you who do know me who don't know, things I'm about to say about myself. So I'm James Butler. I was born in Virginia Beach. I know, very random. Born in the Navy base. And so I grew up in the Chicago suburbs, like the Chicago area. I've lived in predominantly white neighborhoods, and I've been by a lot of, affluent neighborhoods, I would say. And I mean, honestly, I struggled with that a lot growing up, not being around a lot of people that look like me. It was very, very tough. Definitely hope that I can get an episode with someone or just like a group of other people like me or unlike me and talk about that. But so I'm an athlete right now. I'm currently a football player. So let's go through that, because that's really, what really brought me here. You know what I'm saying? So started off in high school, obviously. Started playing in 5th grade. Then I went on to high school, transferred high schools, went from private to public or public to private. Didn't play my junior year. So for those of you who are big into football, that kind of affects where you really rank in high school. So I wasn't highly recruited coming out of high school, so I ended up going to a school named Nevada, University of Nevada, Reno. Shout out to Wolf Post, man. And so I ended up going to Nevada, meeting all of my best friends, people that I will be their friends forever, that those guys will be in my weddings, that I'm excited to be in their weddings. And so I ended up going to Nevada, doing my thing, playing there for 3 years. And an opportunity presented itself for me to actually leave and go play at Iowa. So I did that because I've always wanted to play at the Big Ten. I've always wanted to play at the highest level of football. I'm not saying that Nevada's not the highest level of football, because there are some dogs right now in the league from the Mountain West. And shout out to all of them, man. Y'all all going crazy. I'm rooting for you. But so I got to play at the University of Iowa, which was a dope experience. Obviously it was a little rough, I kind of get into it in a couple of these episodes about my experiences at Iowa, but it was fun, to say the least, man. And just obviously didn't go how I wanted. I got hurt, so it was kind of a tough time for me. And then now fast forward to pretty much the last couple of years, I'm out of Iowa, obviously. So I was undrafted. I ended up going and trying out for the Oakland Raiders, and who was it? They were the Washington Redskins at the time, but the Washington football team. I didn't make the team, obviously, coming out of the tryout, so I was kind of upset about that. Kind of didn't really know what my life was going, because obviously I've played football for so long, my whole life since the 5th grade. And then, but the Raiders actually ended up calling me back, and then I kind of bounced on and off the Raiders for the last 2 years, the practice squad. And then I had a brief, small, tiny stint with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders in the CFL. That was, I definitely get into that with my episode with DJ. Talk a little bit about that experience, man. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and check that one out. But so I did that, and then I ended up going to the XFL, which turned out to be the best experience of my life. You know what I'm saying? It was so fun. I am in love with Houston. I am convinced that my life, when it's all said and done, is going to be in Houston, Texas, man. So I'm excited. I love Houston. The Roughnecks and the XFL did a great job. I'm excited for the Rocks to bring that back. That's going to be cold. And then, so now that brings me to right now, because then the XFL obviously folded or whatever, went bankrupt because of COVID. So I'm still currently an athlete. So I just recently signed a contract to play with the BC Lions. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that all goes well. I got to get over my PTSD of the CFL, you know what I'm saying? But so I'm currently an athlete, but that leads me that like brief synopsis of like my football journey kind of leads me to where I'm at right now with this podcast. And I've always wanted to start something like this. I've always wanted to put like my voice or my face, I guess, 'cause I've been in the helmet my whole life, out to the world. And this is a new endeavor that I've never really thought about doing, but I guess people have definitely told me like you should try it, because I've always wanted to get into broadcast. I've always felt like I'm a people person, you know what I'm saying? I can pretty much get along with anybody in a group of people. But mainly like it's called Kickin' with JB because it's just about me having real conversations with as many real people and extraordinary people as I possibly know and possibly can. And if you guys have any ideas or any just things you guys like to learn about or know about and would like to bring those ideas to me and like to, I guess, be on the show or know anybody or just an idea of a topic you'd like for me to speak to someone about, I would love to, because I know that I'm very ignorant on a lot of subjects. You know, obviously I know football and stuff like that, but I'm very ignorant on a lot of other things, obviously. So this podcast is really just, it's about growth and development and to help as many people as I possibly can, because for so long I've put my purpose into that game, that little pigskin, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm, a struggling Christian, I call it, or I guess lukewarm. It's not a flex that I said I'm lukewarm, but I would definitely say I'm lukewarm because I am not where I want to be, but I'm also not ignorant. So I know where I need to be or where I should be, but I still am choosing to do differently. Like I know better, but I'm not doing better. So definitely struggling with that. And I can't wait. I'm going to have someone amazing for that episode just about lukewarm Christianity and the modern Christian. But so just Kicking in with JB is really just me sitting down talking to people about a variety of topics that is interesting to them and that I might not be so like put up on or like know much about, but they are. And I just like to pick people's brains. Like I have one with an entrepreneur, I have one about real estate, I have one about health and wellness, I have one about mentorship, and I have one about like fatherhood. I think those are all important aspects of life. And also I just want to say that, if 2020 taught me anything, is to go for it. It's to jump. It's to do whatever you set your mind to, and don't wait for anybody to tell you not to, man. And just do it scared. I always say that, do it scared. I probably read that in a book somewhere. I think it was I think her name is like Brene Brown. She's an author. Like, do it scared. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you want. Do whatever, because that was my main thing with this podcast. I've kind of been like, I love the process of doing them. I love the process of sitting down with someone. But I just like I was one of the person that was like, man, I'm gonna do all these podcasts and just not give it to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just have them in the tuck, if anything. So just do it scared, do it afraid, and never let anybody place their fears or, you know what I'm saying, their just uncertainty onto you. Don't let their uncertainty become yours. Be certain of yourself. Do it scared, do it afraid, do it in the unknown. And I think Inky Johnson told me, like, he didn't tell me personally, but I was watching one of his videos and he said, it wasn't Inky Johnson. It was Anthony O'Neill. It was like fail at something. Like really just do something and fail, because with that fail, you're going to learn so much about yourself. And if you just constantly just stay in your comfort zone, you're never going to grow, because you're never going to grow in comfort. You only grow in discomfort. This is very uncomfortable for me, but it's also comfortable for me because I know I love that I'm doing it, but giving it to the world, because this podcast, I want it to be very open. I want it to be very transparent. I'm pouring out a lot of myself, a lot of my personal issues, a lot of my personal faults, a lot of my personal failures, a lot of things that I go through as on a daily, like as a man, just as a black man, as a, you know what I'm saying, as an athlete, as a struggling Christian, just as a man in general, just all these different things, all these constant pressures that society puts on men or just our generation. And just, so do it afraid, do it scared. And I hope that, like, when you guys watch these episodes, that you see the genuineness in my concern, the just wanting to help, the wanting to serve people, the wanting to serve others, to show my story, to give my personal experience to someone else, so hopefully help someone else, and someone can learn from my mistakes, or what the person I'm interviewing, we all can learn from their mistakes and not to make the same ones, or learn from their upbringings or upcomings and maybe try to copy it or tweak it and make it our own. So I pray that you guys see the genuineness in this. You see that I'm very open, I'm very transparent, I don't hold anything back. And I hope none of my guests hold anything back, but that's their prerogative. So just thank you guys again. You know what I'm saying? I love the support and all the genuine love. I hope that I can put as many people on as I possibly can, and we can all just help out as many people and just grow and just be the best people that we can be, because, you know, just have those genuine relationships and genuine connections with people is so important. You know, just really being and being present is also so important. Genuine connections and being present, like that is what it's about. It's not the social media. It's not the social media likes. It's not, you know, who's got the nicest car, nicest whip, nicest whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling him, I ain't telling my homie, but I tweeted this, like, stop comparing your behind the scenes to everyone's highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna post their downfalls on social media. Everyone's gonna post the life that they want you to see on their social media. So never compare that to what you're going through on a daily basis, because everybody's going through some on a daily basis of some aspect, some form. So just be present in who you are. Focus on your genuine connections with people who genuinely grow you and help you succeed, because that's what's most important. Those friendships, call them. Don't just like their pictures. Don't just swipe up on their stories. Don't just retweet they tweets, man. Call them. Call that man. Call that woman. You know what I'm saying? And call that family member. And really be present, be there. You know what I'm saying? Drink water, meditate if that's what you went to. I love meditation. Hopefully I can get an episode in about that also. Therapy is huge. I've been looking into that. Just grow, man. 2021 is exactly what we're gonna make it, like, just as a society, as a people, because it would be so easy to just, you know, I guess, say this is another 2020 part 2 and just take the L and charge it to the game and say, yo, like, all right, well, try again next year. Like, nah, let's do it now. And I think the main focus is if we all focus on working on ourselves, we'll become better as a whole and help somebody and serve somebody. And that's my biggest thing. It's like, so since I'm not trying to put my purpose into what I do, I want to hopefully pour out my, you know, I guess, platform, people I know, people who are a lot smarter than me, and I'm not afraid to ask them questions and let people know that they're smarter than me, to put their voices out there, because I know that they have such a high voice in whatever endeavor they're into. If that's, you know, mental health, if that's, you know, teaching, is that the medical field, you know, the students, you know, being a coach. So it's this podcast, I wouldn't say it's just a sport podcast, because obviously I'm gonna talk about sports because I love sports and that's what I do, and I resort a lot of my, like, I guess, like, metaphors to sports because that's what I know, you know, that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what I've done my whole life. But I'm learning just more and more in 2021 that it's more to life than just sports. It's more to life than just ball. And I guess I didn't know that as a little kid. And I don't know, maybe there's a kid one day who may slip up and watch one of these videos or listen to this podcast and see, like, hey, man, I can do that. And they can start early, because I'm kind of starting a little late. You know what I'm saying, at 25, 26, but I'm in the process of figuring it out. That's my biggest thing. I'm still figuring it out. And, you know, we talk a lot about relationships on this podcast, because I guess, I wouldn't say a number, but, like, failed relationships that have really affected me and honestly have groomed me into the man I am today. And I pray for all those women, or you know what I'm saying, all those things that I did to all those women, all the things that they did to me. I pray that, you know, we're forgiven, that they're restored. But just how it groomed me and, like, where I'm thinking now, like, what's my mindset and what's my mind frame. So just really, I want this podcast to be fun, man. I want it to be cool. I want it to be casual. I want when people sit down with me, I want them to be loose. I want it to be chill. And I want y'all to learn something. I want y'all to be able to hit up those people that were on the podcast and ask them questions. And I want to be able to just pick their brains, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's an expert at something, and everybody's very passionate about something. And you can tell when these people start talking. You can just see it in their face. And you can see it in my face when I start talking about something I'm passionate about, because I just, like, it's kind of hard to form the words. But I'm excited to bring y'all this content, man. I've always wanted to be a content creator. I'm excited This is my first ever, like, just kind of jumping in with no parachute. Don't really know exactly the ins and outs, but I'm going to give it the best I can. I'm excited for you guys to come on this journey with me and just, give me feedback. Obviously, I've been a player, so I'm used to being coach. Give me feedback and let me know if, there's somebody you want to be on or if you want to be on yourself. And, just hit me up with the topic and we can chop it up and we can see if we can make it happen. But nah, man. So, again, just thank you for taking the time out to come to this first episode. This will be the only episode where I'm just sitting here by myself talking to the cameras. Kind of makes me a little uncomfortable. I like to, talk to people. I like to bounce ideas off. But thank y'all for taking the time out. I'm excited to put this out to y'all, put it out to the world. Man, I love y'all. Man, just stay prayed up, man. 2021 is going to be your best year. Affirmations, what I'm saying? Manifest it. Pray about it. You know what I'm saying? Look to the man upstairs. He got you. Whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. You know what I'm saying? And stay in your bag, for real. So thank you, guys. This is the first ever episode of Kicking It with JB. I'm so excited, again, for this journey with y'all. And I just pray that it's all good, man. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, leave a review on all major podcasts, and stay tuned, man. We'll be here every Wednesday. Thank y'all.